Hello and welcome to What's Your Story? We're so glad to have you join us today. I have a fabulous guest, and he is the author of this book entitled Master Your Focus, Master Your Future. Denny Mayer. I hope I said it right.
Perfect.
Welcome, Denny. We're so glad to
How
have
you
you here.
doing?
Thank you for being here.
Yeah, it's my
And,
pleasure.
and tell us a little bit about the book, because what I love about it, it says, stop wishing, start executing. So do you think a lot of people just wish and don't make things happen?
I think you know the answer to that too. I think we know a lot of people who do that. They have goals, they have dreams, they have desires, but they don't do nothing about it. Day after day, week after week, and years later, they end up in the same spot. Why is that? Because we don't focus on the right thing and we don't do what we're supposed to do, or we don't think the right way. And that's why I wrote that book. Because I meet a lot of people, right? Here in
Hmm.
Vegas, I network with people, I meet a lot of people, and it's always the same story. How you doing? I'm busy, I'm busy, I'm busy, I'm busy. And you see these people years after years, they're always in the same spot. That tells me you're busy doing things that not necessary. You're not helping yourself to reach whatever you want to
Exactly.
reach your goals. Yeah.
Exactly. I noticed your hat says Focus 180. What's that about?
Focus 180 is the name of my company, Focus 180 Coaching. Funny enough, people say, why don't you go Focus 360? I said, 360, I'm back where I was. I don't like it. I want to do 180, 180, and keep going.
I love
Yeah,
that. I've never
that's
heard that
yeah.
before. 360 brings us back where we
Well, no,
were.
but well, this is really right. So
Yeah.
Focus 360. Well, I'm back where I was. I don't want that. I
No,
want to keep going and keep
I
evolving and
love it.
learning.
What a
Absolutely.
great explanation. I
Yeah.
love that. I love that. So Denny, why do so many smart, hardworking people feel exhausted at the end of the day and they have nothing to show for it?
I think it's all about energy, about focus, not focusing on what you want to accomplish. I always say that you got your point A where you are, your point B where you want to be, and now what do you do in order to reach your point B? Life is loud, right? Life happens. You always, and when you, I always say that to people: stop reacting to life, create your own life. In order to create your own life, meaning reaching your goals, you need to stop paying attention to everything else because you're going to react to everybody else emergency all day long, all week long, and that's what we do, right? Most people
Hmm.
they do that. They're always at the same level. I recommend, and I put that in the book, do something every single day that's going to bring you to your step closer to where you want to be, so you can become better. Then the better you become, the more people you can help. Isn't
Yes,
it cool? And
yes,
that's awesome.
yes. It's
That's
in, it's interesting. I recently interviewed Senator Bryan from the state of Nevada, former governor, former senator, and he said kind of the same thing that
really
you're saying now. He said people need to focus forward. You know, what happens is we have disappointments in life, and then they get stuck in that disappointment and they don't go forward. And
absolutely.
what you're saying is keep your goal in mind and keep going. And if something goes wrong, well, what can you do about that? It's already happened. You've got to keep going forward.
That's it.
Yeah,
Focus on
sounds.
your goals and do something about it. Think the right way. That's all it is. I always say success is not that hard. You have to do two things. First, you have to believe in you, right?
Mhm.
Mindset. And the second thing is do something. Some people do meditation at home all day long, but if you don't do the action, it's not going to help. Some people work hard, hard, hard with the wrong mindset. They're not going anywhere either. Think the right way, act the right way. I believe that you get what you want. I mean, it
Yeah.
makes sense to me.
What is it about some people? Like, I think it has to do with their background. I had a gentleman say to me the other day, I wish I could use a computer. And before I even thought, I said, you don't wish you could use a computer because if you did, you would get it out and you would practice and you would learn.
Yeah,
But you're just saying you wish you could magically have all the skills that you
yeah.
need. And he kind of got mad at me,
I did.
But the thing is that he he said from his background he was always told that he wasn't smart enough or that
Mm.
he couldn't do things or he wasn't technical, and so he didn't believe he could. Now you said we have to believe in ourselves. Now how do we do that? I mean, say that we haven't been told we're smart, we haven't been told we have ability. How do we learn to believe in ourselves?
It's a very good question, and a lot of experts talk about it and everything. I would say if you, that's for the way I live, right? I speak in public right now. I can tell you that 5 years ago, I would be sitting talking to you on TV. There's no way I was afraid. I mean, I was afraid of talking in front of people, especially 5, 6, or whatever. And that comes from limiting belief from my parents, right? When my mom used to tell me, "Shh, shh, be quiet. Let the big people talk. Hey, whatever you see is never important, right? So now you're 20, 30 years old. Somebody, hey, Denny, what do you think about that? It's, I have no opinion, right? Even today, when I do a networking event, and people don't know that, but my heart, it doesn't show on my voice,
Yes.
whatever, because I mastered it a little bit. It's funny enough, my heart goes like this. So the limiting belief, how do you beat that? Or you make a decision. You know what? That's how it is. You decide, okay, this is where I am, this is where I want to be. Now, what am I going to do about it? I need to overcome what? And you're not going to overcome a fear from 5, 50, 40 years. It's going to take a little bit of a while. But you do the first step. Then you do a mini talk, 20 seconds, a minute, 2 minutes. You force yourself to talk to other people, and eventually you get better. And every time, I always say also, celebrate the win. Celebrate the wins, even if it's small. Some people are in sales and they're afraid of using the phone. They're afraid of the.
Oh, it's amazing how many people I know that won't make cold calls.
I know it's important though if you want to grow your business. And I tell them, take the phone. Just you don't have to sell anything. Just talk. Start talking, and eventually you're gonna get better and better. But you need to do some action, some activity that create motion. Then after that, the momentum picks up, and years later, well, you talk in front of people, you do your calls, and you're successful. There's no gain in staying where you are, not doing anything. You see that comfort zone all the time?
Yeah.
That's what the book is all about. It's just tools to help you to get out of that comfort zone. There's a resistance right here. You're comfortable right here. And in order for you to get out, like I did to speak in public, I needed to step out. Well, it doesn't have to be huge. You just do a little bit of action every single day. And eventually you get where you want to be. Guarantee. That's what I believe anyway. Works for me. It works for my clients. It works for the people who wants to not pay the price, but do something different that you don't do right now.
I think between the comfort zone and the panic zone, there's a zone called the growth zone.
There we go.
And
Well
when
said.
we jump from this comfort zone into the panic zone, we automatically go through the growth zone.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah, that's
So
what-
we learn something by doing it, even though the minute the panic is over, we want to jump back in the comfort zone.
yeah.
But we're jumping through the growth zone again, both ways.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, you don't. I say that all the time. You don't have to be perfect to start, but you need to start to be perfect, or you have to be good to. That's the key, right? In order for you to grow, to do anything, you need to get out. If you wait until you're perfect, it's not gonna work. First of all, there's no perfect time.
Right.
You need to go, and yes, you're gonna make mistake. Yes, people are gonna judge you, but the way I look at it, the people who are gonna take the time to judge me, they're sitting down there doing nothing because everybody else is
It's
too busy
doing
working,
their own
right?
thing, yeah.
So the people are talking to you, you fail or whatever. It doesn't matter because they're out there just doing nothing. Who cares about them? The way I look at it, you got your vision. This is where I want to be, and I say that to myself every morning. Watch me, man. Watch me. I'm not done. I got a huge goal.
That. Do you
Yeah.
look in the mirror and say that?
Sometimes I do, but sometimes I write it down or whatever I do. But watch me because I'm on a mission. This is where I am. This is where I'm going to be. Yeah, and the people are going to tell you can't. Even when we talk about limiting belief in the book, even I'm like, some days I say, hey, my goal is to here. Maybe I can't, but what I call it, trust the universe. You know what? Trust in you, believe in the universe, and you're going to be able to. Eventually, you're going to
Oh,
get
I
there.
like what you just said.
And
I'm going to write that down and put it on my mirror.
Which one?
Watch me.
Yeah, I like it. But you know what Muhammad Ali used to say? You know him, right? The boxer?
Of course.
You say, I'm going to show you how great I am. He used to say that all the time. I'm going to show you how great I am. What a beautiful thing to do. He's a boxer. Imagine he goes in the ring. Oh, I don't think it's going to work.
No.
Oh, I think this guy's going to beat me. No, he had to believe in himself, right? He had to really, really believe in himself, believe in the process, in his training and everything. He did the work as well, right?
Yeah.
But that's all we need to do. Believe and do a little bit of work, and boom, you're right there.
And it works.
Oh, I think so.
I love it.
I like
So what is the single biggest time waster that you see in your coaching clients, or you see in anybody for that
Oh,
matter?
I left it in the other room. Phone, scrolling. I think it's the biggest distraction that we have now. 20 years ago, we didn't have that.
Yeah.
Now it's so easy. And now you're scrolling, and it happens to me sometimes too. I'm like this, and I'm like, oh, it's been 10 minutes. Then I need to force myself to put it down. And you're not fighting the phone. You're fighting a multi-million, billion companies.
Distractions.
They're fighting for your focus, don't they?
Mhm.
And the phone is smart. You like some things, all of a sudden, Oh, and again, oh, another one, oh, another one. And all of a sudden, half an hour, 45 minutes, you're still there. That's 45 minutes you could apply somewhere else. I'm not saying don't scroll ever. That's not what I'm saying, but
Yeah.
just be aware of it. That's one of the biggest for most people. The second one I would say for business owners, entrepreneurs like I am, unnecessary meeting. You
Mm.
go meet people and you get out, you didn't gain anything, or it was just a waste of time. You don't need to do that. You need to pay attention who you're going to meet that day. You do have value there. It's all about value, right? It's all about energy. So where am I going to spend my energy today? What's going to be my focus? And when I focus on the right thing, this is where I get. I got a better chance anyway than spending 4 hours on scrolling, two
Oh,
hours
yeah.
watching the news. You got to be very, very careful what you put in this little mind.
Yeah.
That's very important. You got to, if you can focus. I mean, instead of scrolling an hour, I would say scroll 15 minutes and go read a book, any book, self-development book, and you will learn something that's going to help you to get better at what you do. Because the gossip of somebody else doesn't help you.
Mm-mm.
It
Mm-mm.
doesn't.
Mm-mm.
Yeah.
I loved your book. I read it. I read it a couple times, and I just thought it was fabulous. You've got all kinds of little exercises and ideas and tips and tricks that people can do to get going. And one of them had to do with the first thing in the morning. You said those first 10 minutes are like
Mm.
so important. And you know, after I read that in your book, I started doing it. Instead of laying in bed scrolling through my phone or looking at a
See?
puzzle, I started getting out of the bed, making it up, and then going straight to the computer in my pajamas and working for 30 minutes to an hour. It's
Nice.
amazing how it's changed my
Yeah.
life.
Yeah. That's good. If we talk about the hour, there's something I talk. There's a chapter in this. I talk about the hour of power, right? So
Mm-hmm.
what am I going to do early in the morning when I'm fresh? If I go scroll again, it's all about my focus. Everybody wants my focus. So what am I going to do? And I always say, do something that's going to set the tone for the rest of the day. So if you meditate, I recommend you meditate. Then you can visualize. You can journal a little bit. State your intention. What is going to happen today? What am I going to do? What's my goal today, this week? People don't do that. They
No,
just get up and go with the flow. Take 5, 10, 15, whatever. Call it my hour of power. It could be your 20 minute of power. It could be your 10 minutes of power. Mine is really 2.5 hours, including the gym when I go, right? So that's a long time, but I set up the tone every single day. So, okay, this is what I expect to do. This is what I'm going to do. And I make sure that I got the right mindset in order to move forward and get what I need to do. I'm not saying I'm busy all the time. No, 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 no. But I'm really focused on what I do. I tell that people all the time. I probably work less than most people. I would work maybe for my business 4 or 5 hours a day. But I can tell you that during these 5 hours, I do what you're going to do in 2 days. Because there's no gossiping. It's focus about what I need to do. And that's all it is, right?
mm-hmm.
Energy, focus.
Mm-hmm.
That's all.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Well, why do some people stay stuck? And they get in certain habits and they never change. And they say they want to change. They say they want to do things differently, but they're just stuck there.
Isn't it a great question? I met somebody on a one-on-one once, and I wanted to know if I could help her,
Mm-hmm.
and I couldn't because she said to me, "I know exactly what I need to do. I had a plan, but I'm not doing it." I said, "Why not? Whatever." So I know what it is. I believe. Well, it'd be fear if we talk about the fears, but the main thing I think is comfortable. We're comfortable in our little life. You know, if you think about it, life today is a lot easier than 100 years ago. 100 years ago, you couldn't put your feet up and do nothing all afternoon. Now we can. Everything is easy to get. So I think that we are more comfortable. So and the next thing is when you get your vision there, how bad do you want it? The people who they want it bad, they do things about it. You say, some people tell me that I get new clients. They say, on a scale of 1 to 10, how bad do you want it? They're going to meet 10. Then I look at the action and I said, well, you tell me 10, but your action, your activities give me like a 3 or 4. So do you realize that then we need to change the action to get there? Because you're saying, oh, yeah, I want it, I want it, I want it, but you don't act like you want it. You just pretend. So you need to work a little.
Mm.
A little bit of action helps, yeah. Does that make sense?
Yeah, that makes sense, and it leads me to the question of procrastination.
Yeah.
Because if you want it but you don't get it, you don't do anything to get it. Is that you're just lazy, or what is that?
I wouldn't say lazy. I think it's the fact that you're uncomfortable. And why do we procrastinate, right? Most of the time, we're going to look at a big task and it's boring, like like taxes. How many people like to do taxes, right?
Mhm.
So you procrastinate because it's boring, or it's overwhelming. I need to do a business plan, a research. I don't want to start because I don't know,
Yeah.
whatever. But I think the main reason why people don't do what they're supposed to do is fear. Fear of being successful, fear of
A
being
failure?
judged, fear of failure, judgment. Yeah, especially when we get older, right? I'm so good. Like I get another project coming in, and I'm thinking, oh, if it doesn't work, but because you come to a point, people expect me to be successful all the time. Now, if I crash, how do I deal with it?
Mhm.
That's what's going to stop people to do. Get out of that little resistance, right? And when I said, you know, you're here, you want to go there, you get out of your comfort zone, there's a little bit of resistance. You need to start to do a little bit of the thing, then you get a momentum. That's all the book is all about. The first portion is 9 tools for you to be successful. After that, I'll tell you 19 you need to stop in order to be successful. 9 habits that we do, you need to get rid of it. And the other parts are all about mindset and your why, your big why, your vision, and stuff like that. Yeah,
That's interesting.
yeah.
Why do most people confuse being busy with being productive?
Isn't it funny? I mean, because you talk to people like that, I'm busy, and busy, and busy, and busy. But you look at them, I think I mentioned that earlier. 2 years later, you're at the same spot. Lack of focus. You know what? It's a lack also of planning. If people who don't have a coach right now, I recommend that you get a coach because a good coach is going to ask you the right question.
Yeah.
It's going to make you think and say, what have you been doing? Why do you do this? Is this working? How long has it not been working? It's going to ask you some question. So it's going to clarify everything. When you, I call it clarity is power, right? When you're clear about your goals, then it's easy. You got your destination, you know where I'm going. If you go to New York, you go in a taxi, it's a drive, it's going to tell you where. Or go north. It's like, what the heck are you talking about? Give me a specific address, right?
Yeah.
It's the same thing. Ask yourself the right question, know where you want to be, and then becomes clarity. Then after that, you ask yourself, what action should I do every day in order to get there? Who's going to help me to get there? How much money should I invest? And all these questions, and now you have a plan. People don't have plans. Usually they say, oh, I love it. New Year's, they do big vision boards.
Yeah.
2 weeks later, vision board is nowhere to be seen. If you don't have it here, you're not going to get it. It has to
Exactly.
be there all day long. Your boyfriend, your new lover, your new business, your new house, your new job, your promotion. I don't care whatever it is. It has to be there all the time. And most people, unfortunately, when they think about the goals, they think about, I'm not going to get it. It's going to be too hot. The economy is bad. Price of gas. There's a war going on. No, make your own economy. You can do this. Just focus on your. Be clear about whatever you want and think about it positively. That's what I think.
I love that. And on that note, I'm going to let the audience think about that while we take a break,
Okay.
and then we'll come back.
Okay.
And so enjoy your break, but think about what he just said about positivity.
Tip.
Hi there, and welcome back. We're talking with Denny May. I keep messing up your name. I am
Mayu.
sorry.
Mayu, Maher.
Mayu. Yes, we're talking with Denny Mayu. He is the author of Master Your Focus, Master Your Future, and he is a focus coach, and he is the creator of the Focus 180 method. What is the Focus 180 method?
Here's what I do for a living. I help people to reach their goal faster. The only reason why you should hire a coach, by the way, first of all, you should be ready. The second thing is to do the work faster. That's the only reason. With right now with AI and with the chat GPTs and everything, you can get all the information, but it's going to take you a while. It's going to take you a long time. If you want to get somewhere faster, hire a coach. It's going to help you to get there. Make sure it's qualified, make sure it's knowledgeable, and it's going to do that. What I do, I just help people to get from A to B. How we do, I think I mentioned it before, clarity is power. So we clarify everything. What's your vision? What's your mission? You don't know the difference, you got work to do right there. Short term, mid term, long goals. What's your passion? What's your big why? What's your destiny? We clarify all that. Then from there, we do a game plan, an action plan. So you know what you're going to do this week, next month, 6 months, or whatever the case may be. And what I'm really good at, it's accountability.
What?
Accountability. Oh, that's my turn right now. I cannot say that word.
Accountability.
Be accountable.
Yes.
You know,
Yes.
if you tell me you're going to do something, you better do it. That's what I'm really good at. I will never tell you what to do, but when we decide that you do it, that's my job that you do it. So if you don't do it, sometimes you have a French guy calling you in the morning. Hey, what happened yesterday? Not saying it's that bad, but hey, we that's the plan. That's
I
not
wouldn't mind having a French guy call me. Hear that accent first thing in the morning. Say, did you do your diet yesterday? Oh yes.
Yeah.
I think I would have to tell that kind of a voice. Yes, I did it, no matter if I did or not.
No, you don't want to lie. You should. I think coaching is not about judgment. It's looking at your results and say, okay, what did I do good? What did I need to do better? And celebrate the wins, and you adjust every time. I get some people that have been coaching for 5 years. One of my clients actually started, he was early 30s. He had one company. He had an Airbnb at the time, 12 to 15 houses. Now, 5 years later, we still talk every 2 weeks. He's got 7 companies, and that company, the 15, he's got 200 plus houses. So he went like this. And I always say that I don't think it's because of me, but I was part of it. Again, every 2 weeks, we talk and say, okay, what's your goals? What's your mission? What is it you want to accomplish? Because when you start, you have nobody. Now he's got a bunch of employee, manager, and everything. So it's time management and his energy management, his focus change. So we needed to do change. And now we still have bigger goals. So that's all it is. It's a system that works. But you need to want it.
Yes.
See, people say, I wish. I want like I wish.
Yeah, but do you want it bad enough to work to get it?
That's the reason. And you're going to have to invest time. You're going to have to invest energy. And you're going to invest money. I'm sorry, but you have to. If you were there and you want to get there, it's important to you. You have to. If not, it's not going to work. You got to have to pay I don't like to say pay the price, or take the necessary action. And again, your mindset is huge.
Yeah.
You know, many people who shoot themselves in the foot, they didn't even start.
How do you build mental toughness? You talk about mental toughness. How do you build that?
Experience. Don't be afraid of screwing you up. Is that good English? Don't be afraid of failing. Like you said, somebody said not too long ago, I heard failing forward, right?
Yeah.
That's what it is. You try something, it doesn't work. That's okay. Now I know that's not the way. I'm going to go the other way. The only people who fail is the people who don't do it. They stop over here. That's all it is. I mean, again.
Yeah, so failure is stopping before you reach a goal.
Yeah, if you're afraid of failing, you're not going to do anything. You're going to be paralyzed all the time. Yeah. I'm going to tell you, go for it. You fail. Again, who's going to judge you? The people who don't do nothing. Yeah. That's all it is. Yeah. So look at the people who are really, really successful and ask them, how many times did you fail? People are going to tell you, oh, well, 3-4 times. It took me, well, I know this. Everybody knows that story. Who's the guy who did the light bulb? Edison?
Mm-hmm.
How many times did he try?
It was like 1,000
or 10,000. He said, I didn't fail 10,000 times. I learned 10,000 times. I know how to do it until he gets it. That's all it is. Yeah. That's amazing. I mean, at the end of the day, it's like you said, how bad do you want it? Do you wish to be whatever your goal is, or do you really want it? And what are you going to do about it? Because I really believe that everybody who's listening to me right now, whatever your goal is, you can get it. No excuse. I'm going to shift topic a little bit. I talked not too much in this book, but there's 3 universal laws that I really believe, right? Everything is energy. So the law of vibration, law of attraction, law of momentum. If you really believe in the law of vibration, everything vibrates. So if you vibrate positivity,
Yes.
law of attraction is going to be more positive people,
Positive. Yes.
positive things. And there's a universal law that's called law of momentum that most people don't think about it. So if every morning I do my hour power and I force myself to think positive, force myself to think abundance, gratitude, and everything, so guess what I attract during the day? More of the same.
Mm-hmm.
Instead of complaining, bitching, or whatever I
Yes.
do, most people
Yeah.
do. So I'm going to focus on something. Then the momentum picks up. You do this on Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday. Then on Monday, later, 6 months later, 6 years later, guess where you are? You're a way better place just because you get a momentum. But if you think about it, if you believe in these laws, then it's easy, right? My job is to do what? To be happy. One of the things that most people look, A to B. Here's where I am. Here's where I want to be. Enjoy the journey. Most people don't do this.
No.
If you don't enjoy the journey, do you think you're going to be happy over there?
No.
No, it's impossible, right? So everything you do all day, focus and be happy about it. If not, adjust or whatever, but you need to be happy. And that's the goal of life, isn't it?
I would think so.
Well, it's my goal to be happy. Of course, I want the extra money, the
Yeah.
extra car, the success, and the fame. But I need to be happy. I need to enjoy what I do every single day.
But what about people who work really, really hard? They have a goal, they work for it, they go after it, but because of external circumstances, it doesn't work out.
Uh-huh.
Somebody else makes a decision,
Mhm.
and so they don't get what they want, and it's so discouraging. So how do they keep from being discouraged? How do they say, oh, okay, it didn't work out, it was, everything happens for a reason? It's hard to do that.
Yeah, it is. I'm not saying it's easy. It's easy for me, especially if you're not in the situation. Or if I was you, I was going to do this. The only thing I can tell you about this that I really believe, everything that's happening to you, it's you. Believe it or not. The way, if something bad happened to you, you can attract it. Universal laws. Remember, you're a vibration. If you don't vibrate, look, I was talking to somebody this morning or yesterday morning, and I said, in order, let's say I want to make 250,000 a year, or $2 million a year, or whatever. And then I was talking to a person. How would you feel when you're there? What would you do?
How would you feel when you get
Uh,
that
the,
goal accomplished?
yeah.
Hmm.
How would you feel?
Feel pretty good.
Okay, what would you do? What would you have? What would you share? What would be your story? Let's call it version 2.0 or whatever.
Yeah.
So you're right here. So because now there's no resistance, I mean, that's totally on a different show right here. It's not even in this book, but I really believe that in order for you to get what you want, you need to focus on what you want without the resistance, without the limiting belief. If you really, really want to say become a millionaire, or you want a lot of money, and every time you think about money, you have limiting beliefs, I will tell you stop thinking about money, think about abundance. Abundance of sense, abundance of clouds, abundance of whatever, right? There's no resistance. Abundance of flowers. How many freaking flowers there is in the world? There's many, many, right?
Yeah.
It's like you start
Can
thinking.
I have all the flowers I want?
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. I mean, there's no resistance, right? That's the same thing. If you think about something and there's resistance, don't think about it. You're gonna attract more of the same. So
Ah,
think about something, there's abundance, and
I see. So if you're feeling resistance in yourself about something that you really, really want, you're saying don't think about what you want there.
look,
Change your
I don't know how
want,
much time I have.
change your desire.
Let me tell you this. Affirmation, does it work or not?
I think it does
It might.
because I affirm things
Yes, that's
that,
what they say, right?
yeah.
Say, I am a millionaire, I am healthy. Let's say you're really
Well,
heavy.
now wait. I can say I am healthy and I believe it in my mind. But if I say I am a millionaire, do I believe that?
There we go, you got my point.
There's a resistance there.
Yeah. And that's all it is. The universe doesn't care about the words you say, it's care about how you feel. So
Oh.
what did I
So
say
if
a
I
minute
said
ago?
I am a millionaire
And I feel like I'm not.
and I felt like it, probably I could make that happen.
Yep.
But if I don't feel like it, they're saying I probably won't make it happen.
How many people do affirmation, they don't really believe it?
Ah.
Somebody's really heavy and they say, I am sexy and skinny, and you look at yourself, it's not going to work. Don't do affirmation until you start losing a few pounds. There's other thing you can do. But again, it goes to the point, be happy. If you're happy, everything else is going to come in. I guarantee you. But of course, it doesn't go with the book at all, but that we went on on a
I
curve,
know we
right?
did go on a turn, but you
But
do this in your coaching, so
oh,
I
I
think
do,
it's
I do.
important that you talk about it.
I think the main thing is if you have a goal, think about it, right? My goal is to reach there. When I'm going to be there, I'm going to be so happy or whatever it is. This is what I want to do with the rest of my life. If you think about it, right? I always do this. You put two circles. You do that at home right now. One circle, put your age there. Let's say 30, you put 30, 60, 72, whatever. And then put another number on top. What's how many years you have left on this planet. So that number here is your past experience. That number here is how many years. So what are you going to do with these years? And when you start thinking about it, oh, I got 10 years, 20 years, 50 years left. What am I going to do about it? That's what your goal should be. What do I want to be recognized with? Right? I mean, recognized, like good English, we're known for. Because other people, that's all it is. I think most people are afraid of moving. You know, I was thinking when I was driving, I said, what am I going to tell these people? Because I don't do this every day, right?
Yes, yes,
And I said, everybody need a push once in a while.
exactly.
That's what I'm really good at.
Yes,
I'm going to push you gently or a little bit harder if you need to, but that's what it is. That's what a good coach is going to do.
mhm,
You need to be pushed a little bit in order to get where you want to be. Because we're all a little bit of, I need a push. Well, I usually am push myself, but I need a push once in a
once in a
while.
while.
Yeah. Yes, come on, man. I mean, especially me. Now I talk and talk and talk. If I go out and I don't do what I teach, then I'm fraud. I need to apply it, right?
Yes,
That makes
yes,
sense. But so far, so good. We're building, we're growing up, and the main thing is we got success.
yes.
And sometimes it's just easy. You sit in front of me, I'll ask you a question, and the ha-ha comes in. Oh, man,
Hmm.
I used to do that when I was successful. Oh, man, how come I never thought about that? That's all it is. I mean, you
Exactly.
ask the right question, then we make a decision, then we take action, and we make sure you do the same action every day. Consistency is your momentum. That's
I
simple.
think another thing that I see often is people don't think they can do something, so they don't even make the effort. You know, I teach art, and so
Yeah,
people will come to art class, and they want to come to art class. They've
yeah,
signed up for art class, they paid their money, they bought their supplies, and they walk in the door and they say to me, I don't even know why I'm here because I can't even draw a stick figure. And I'm like, good, because we don't draw stick figures in here.
that's good.
You know, so but then they don't think they can do it, you know. And then when I push, like you said, when I push them into doing it and they start doing the painting, then as they see a little bit of progress, before long they see more progress, and when they finish their first painting and it's really good, they're like, wow, I didn't know I could do that. But you know what? Comes time for the second painting, they're back to that fear
Yeah,
again.
yeah. And eventually you're going to overcome it. There's a rule that I talk about in this book. It's called the 10-minute rules. I
Uh-huh.
say you have a big project you need to do. I would say everybody here can do 10 minutes reading every day, right? 10
Hmm.
minutes is nothing. Everybody here can learn or research for 10 years. 10 years, 10 minutes,
10
10
minutes.
minutes.
Yeah.
Uh,
I've been
everybody,
researching for 10 years.
everybody can stretch a minute, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. So if you can do something 10 minutes every single day, it's going to help you to overcome that from the comfortable zone to the growth zone, like you
I
said, right?
love it.
That little 10 minute works all the time. But this, what you have to do during that 10 minutes, you put a timer on and you focus 10 minutes. Let's say you have to clean that garage for the last 3 years.
Yes.
It's huge, it's messy and everything. And every time you look at it, oh, I need to do it, but I'm not doing this
It's
today.
overwhelming.
It's overwhelming. So what you're gonna do? You're gonna do 10 minutes. You're gonna go and no distraction. You're gonna clean the first shelf. After the 10 minutes, guess what happened? You're not a
You're
procrastinator
still
anymore.
doing, you go on and you do more.
You can,
Seriously.
but at the end of the 10 minutes, you have a choice. If you have the momentum, you can keep going. That's gonna happen quite often. But after the 10 minutes, what happened here? I did what I was supposed to do. 10 minutes done. I'm a doer. I'm not a
Ah,
procrastinator anymore. I'm somebody who take action. Every single day you do 10 minutes, 10 minutes.
I
After
like
two
it.
months, a
The
quarter of,
garage is going to be clean, right?
well, I hope so, unless you have a huge garage. Because if you think about it, 10 minutes a day, it's about 61 hours in a year.
Wow.
Hmm. And 10 minutes is easy, man. You go click and you clean a little bit, beep, 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 beep. Okay, stop, and done. I'm learning Russian like that 10 minutes a day. Some days I learn one word because these words are so long and they all mess up. But I learn 10 minutes a day. And eventually, I'm doing a lot more than a year ago. But 5 years from now, I'll be a lot more, right? So that works too. It's good. It's one of the best article of the book, I think, chapter of the book. The 10-minute rules. When I teach it on my power lunch, people love it. It works.
I love this book.
Yeah.
I read it and then I reread it and then I recommended it to several people because it's just got so many good things in it that
Yeah.
you have like your 15-minute agenda and your 10-minute ideas about doing things, and you have little habits that we need to
Yeah.
develop, and
Yeah.
and so I mean it's really good. So how do I keep myself now? I'm a real high achiever because I got a good coach like you, and I'm going for it. How do I keep myself from burning out or burning up?
That's
Or
it's a good question. I believe in balance. If you have balance, it's life is like everything balanced, positive, negative. I would never ask. I would never tell you do 10 hours a day. I think it's off balance. I really believe in steady consistency and don't overdo it. And now I'm gonna get some people. Because what do people tell you? The people you work for. You gotta work hard. You
Mhm.
gotta do more. You gotta compete with everybody else, right? I'm telling you, take it easy. Think the right way, act the right way, and see what happens. You'll be amazed. You don't have to work harder than everybody else. You know what you have to be? Aligned. You know what that alignment means?
Yeah.
You're aligned with your goal, you're aligned with the positivity, enjoy the journey, you're positive every day. There's no way you're not gonna get what you want. You don't have to work hard, hard, hard. I'm not saying be lazy, don't do nothing. That's not what I'm saying. There's a big difference right here. You have to act, but I think the main thing here is right here before. Because how many people are doing a lot of work but they don't gain anything?
I know.
Well, look, listen, ask them the question. They're going to tell you. And listen to the answer. It's negativity after negativity. It's obstacle after obstacle. It's always drama and everything, right? You attract what you're thinking, really. So stop thinking that way. Believe in yourself. Believe in the process. Do something every day and be happy.
Now, what do you do when these people who have all this drama and negativity and stuff, when they come into your environment and they dump it on you, and you know they're a good person and you want to be nice to them, but they wear you out. They
Yeah.
drain your energy. What do you do with them? Do you just say, "Go away, don't talk to me like that," or
Do you really want me?
yeah,
No, no.
I want the real
Well,
answer.
I am selfish a little bit. I will protect my energy.
Yeah.
I protect my energy. I'm not saying I'm not gonna help you. I mean, I'm gonna give you I say 20 seconds. You give me 20 seconds, and if you want, I will help you. But I will not sit around you and listen. And you're bitching, you're complaining, because I need to stay focused on what I want to accomplish. Remember when I was saying A to B, and
Hmm.
you react to everybody else's emergency?
Yeah.
This is what happens. Somebody comes in your life. Oh, you won't believe it. Oh, my car. Oh, my boyfriend. Oh, and all of a sudden you're like this. Do I gain anything? Do they gain anything by sharing? I don't
No,
know.
and they're taking up your time,
Absolutely.
and
So,
and they're just digging themselves in a deeper negativity hole.
absolutely. So, my way of this, I apologize. I said, I need to go. I'm going to get out of it. And some people are going to call it selfish, but not really. Because I'm not going to gain anything by listening to that person. First of all, I cannot help that person at this level. If I'm at that level, I cannot. We're not going to communicate really well, right?
Right.
It's impossible. The vibration are off. So, first of all, I cannot help that person. And if I listen to that person, guess what happened to my energy?
It does.
That's it. So I don't want to do this. I want to stay there because when I get there, I can help more people. So instead of helping this person who's not going to listen to me, I'm going to stay where I am. And the higher I get with my energy, then I can help more people because energy is contagious, right?
It is.
You go in a room and you're full of happiness, of energy, people notice you right away. Then you see the other guy coming in and like this, you notice it, but it's not the same energy, right?
No.
So again, the love vibration, you want to attract the people who resonate the same as you. That's and that goes to the question. So, what are you gonna do? You have to work hard. No, you don't. When you align like this, when everything the energy is working well, now the phone is ringing. Hello, how you doing? Hey, Denny, I'd like you to coach me. Hey, Denny, do you want to speak over there? Hey, Denny, and all of a sudden, I was doing a joke with my girlfriend the other day. Say, you know what? I do that sometimes. 2 in the afternoon. I like hockey or whatever. I'm gonna sit down at hockey. I'm gonna relax. I'm gonna make money. So I sit down. Half an hour later, beep 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 beep. And I go, here, look, we just made money. somebody just bought something or just enrolled in something and everything, just by relaxing, by being happy. You don't have to overwork all the time. But protect your energy, man. That's important. People
This
are
is,
gonna try to get it.
I know, and it's so important for people to hear this.
Yeah, I think so. But again, it's really easy to understand. It's a little bit tougher to do. What if that person is your husband and your wife? Oh, what if it's your parent? What if it's your kid? I'm not going there. I'm just asking. I'm just saying it's not that easy. Everything I'm talking about sounds so easy. No, it takes easy to understand, but a little bit tougher to apply every single day. But
Yeah,
think about where you want to be and the why. What's your why? Why do you want to accomplish that? And stay focused on it. Your job will be to be focused on that goal as much as you can, not to react to everybody else, emergency and crisis and
I love it.
yeah,
I
easy,
love it.
easy say, easier said than done though. But that's pretty good.
Well, I got to tell you, it's been a pleasure to have you here. I always love being in your presence anyway, because you've got so much energy
Yeah.
and you're so positive and you've got so many good ideas. And every time I apply one of the ideas that I've read in your book, my life gets better.
Oh, good.
So it's lovely to be around you. So thank you for being here today.
You're more than
I
welcome.
really appreciate you being on the show, and I know the audience loves you.
Okay, cool.
And I just want you to remember this book. It's called Master Your Focus, Master Your Future, and you can get it on Amazon.
Yeah, it's on Amazon. If you live in Vegas, make sure you contact me. I'll sign it for you.
Yeah, and you have events coming up. I think you have one
I
this
got one
week,
tomorrow.
and then in a couple weeks you've got
Yeah.
events, networking events that you can go and attend and meet Denny. And so, if you have any questions about how to get a hold of him, how would they reach you?
You can go to focus180coachinglv.com. That's my website. You can call me directly. Can I put my number there?
Sure.
484. I know it's not 702, but it's 484-883-6948. That's my number. You can always send an email at focus180coach@gmail.com as well. Yeah, absolutely.
180 Coach.
Focus180coach. That's this guy.
Okay, all right. So
At
thank
Gmail.
you for being with us today, and we hope you'll come back and be with us again soon for another interesting story.